Look at the forecast. Let's bring in meteorologist Ross Hall. Hey, Ross.
Hi there, Kevin. Well, the air quality improved this morning. Then we're back in now this afternoon and this evening into a bit more haze at a moderate risk in terms of the air quality health index. And in fact, air quality will likely worsen overnight tonight into tomorrow. We even may have a special air quality statement in place once again because of a change in the wind direction. A low pressure system to our west is going to start to travel in, and that will likely pull in more smoke. We did have a front push to our east which dispersed some of that smoke overnight into this morning. It was nice to open up the windows right now. Areas north of Toronto in through eastern Ontario, you can see the smoke on our visible satellite here. It's been more of a concern, and that's where we've had the special air quality statement in place for the Bruce Peninsula east of Georgian Bay towards the Ottawa Valley. But again, this could be extended farther south as we move through the overnight tonight. Winds are currently out of the north. They'll pick up out of the east tomorrow as the system moves in. We've hit the mid-20s, so it's been a pleasant day. Humidex values in the comfortable range, and what you can expect tonight, temperatures dropping near the mid-teens in Toronto with a few clouds, 11 in Ottawa, 13 in London, some single digits farther north into Ontario. Coming up, I'll time out those showers for you, what to expect for the second half of the weekend and the rest of the week just ahead.
The weather certainly cooperated for the 38. Time for a check-in on the weather. Let's bring in meteorologist Ross Hall. So, great weekend to get out there and enjoy, but how does the wildfire smoke play into that?
Yeah, that's right, Kevin. By the way, this is the first time working with you here at the desk this weekend. This is your second weekend here at Global, so welcome. I think it's still appropriate to say that. Yeah, wildfire smoke's certainly been a concern this summer. It's only the first full weekend of June this weekend, and we're still dealing with wildfire smoke. What can you expect for the rest of the week? I'll let you know. Let's take a look. So expect temperatures to reach the low 20s as a daytime high by late afternoon and towards the early evening. An increase in cloud cover as well throughout the day. And expect, yes, some more haze and poor air quality through the day tomorrow as some of that smoke is brought back in by a low pressure system in a front that will be traveling towards the Great Lakes. So I know we got a bit of a break from that poor air quality earlier today around the GTA and parts of southern Ontario. Now we're starting to see a bit more of that haze with a blue sky as you look up towards the sky tonight. Now as we look at temperatures across the country, in the high teens as daytime highs around Saskatoon and Regina. We do have some cooler conditions over northern Alberta, northern Saskatchewan, northern Manitoba, which is what we need for those wildfires that continue to burn out of control. As we head east, you can see temperatures reaching around the mid-20s. We do have a bit of a zonal flow in terms of the jet stream pushing over the Great Lakes, and we are on the path of this next system that will travel towards the east, and we'll start to experience a bit more cloud cover from that system as we move through the day tomorrow, especially through parts of southwestern Ontario. In terms of the worst air quality, it is still east of Georgian Bay through the Ottawa Valley, but again, as this system pushes in, this next system, it will likely bring in more smoke through the day tomorrow to even the GTA. You can see that increase in cloud cover as we head into Sunday evening. In terms of shower chances, I think most areas should stay dry. You can see the northern areas, northern edges here of Lake Erie towards the Niagara area. Fort Erie, possibly some showers tomorrow, late tomorrow afternoon and towards the evening hours, and then a front pushes through. That will bring the chance of more showers heading into Monday morning. That clears, and then just a scattered shower or thunderstorm possible with a bit of instability in the wake of that system. Some heavier rain farther north towards the Nickel Belt with that low. We should be drier by Tuesday. How much rain to expect? Well, at this point, it looks to be in the 5 to 10 millimeter range for most areas. Now, if we do see a thunderstorm Monday afternoon, that could bring those amounts up. Tonight, relatively comfortable sleeping weather, down to 14 in Toronto, 13 in Kingston, 11 in Peterborough, for tomorrow in Peterborough, 24 degrees. We're in the high teens, low 20s around the GTA. An easterly wind could still cool things down a little bit, 23 in London. And you can see as you head inland away from the water, it is warmer tomorrow. So showers at times Monday morning, possibly into the afternoon tomorrow. 22 on Tuesday. We warm up on Wednesday, then an increase in cloud cover. It looks like we cool down with the possibility of more wet weather as we head into next weekend. And that's a look at your forecast.
For our first look at the forecast, let's bring in meteorologist Ross Hall. Hey, Ross.
Hi there, Kevin. Hope everyone's had a great weekend so far. We did have some haze as the day progressed. It was a little clearer this morning, wasn't it? You looked up and you saw the blue sky. Well, a bit more of that smoke has moved back into the GTA. Northern and eastern Ontario have been into the smoke too. I'm also tracking this low pressure system, and as it circulates in, it could circulate more smoke as we head through the overnight and tomorrow. We're not expecting a high risk on the Air Quality Health Index, but more of a moderate risk throughout parts of tomorrow. As we take a look at the satellite radar, you can see some cloud cover streaming across Lake Erie, but a pretty pleasant day when it came to sky conditions out there. But yes, air quality has been a concern. Bruce Peninsula, Manitoulin Island, the Nickel Belt, Northern Ontario, through parts of Eastern Ontario, the Kawarthas, through the Ottawa Valley. That special air quality statement could extend farther south at times tomorrow. We're keeping an eye on it. Winds will be out of the east as the system moves in tomorrow. Temperatures today, well, a little above average, getting up to the mid-20s for many areas. For tonight, we'll drop down to about 14, 15 degrees with a few clouds around Toronto, 11 in Peterborough, 10 in Muskoka, 13 in London. I'll show you the timing of this next system that moves in terms of the wet weather on the way in your full forecast coming up.
Thanks a lot, Ross. The weather certainly cooperates. Time for a look at the weather. We're joined by meteorologist Ross Hall. So, Ross, like all Canadians, we've been looking forward to the summer. It's kind of here, but making plans outside, outdoors, you got to consider the wildfire smoke too.
We do. We also know the summers just fly by, Kevin, and we want to enjoy every moment of them. We're just now weeks away from the summer solstice, the official start of summer. But yes, smoke's still a concern for some spots as we move throughout the rest of the weekend into next week. Let's take a look at your forecast. So some hazy sunshine tomorrow. Temperatures will be a little cooler with an easterly wind, especially by the water. We'll get up to near 22 degrees for many spots. An increase in cloud cover by tomorrow evening especially, but I think we'll see some sunny breaks. And yes, there is the concern as this next system moves in that it will bring in more smoke from out west, and some of that smoke could affect the air quality. So it is something to keep in mind for your outdoor plans tomorrow. As we look at temperatures across the country, some cooler conditions where those wildfires, where the smoke from the that we're experiencing around the Great Lakes is from. It's from the wildfires over Manitoba, Saskatchewan especially, and there is a system that's bringing some wet weather, strong winds though, but a bit of a cooler pattern, which is more of a favorable pattern for fighting those wildfires out west. We did make it to the mid-20s today in Ottawa, Montreal, low 20s around the Maritimes. You can see the jet stream pushing out of the Midwest and in towards the Great Lakes. That is the path of this next system as it travels in, and it will bring us some wet weather, especially by, well, tomorrow night into at times on Tuesday. Right now, though, it's relatively quiet around southern Ontario. We've got some cloud cover to our south, a few clouds overnight. There will be an increase in cloud cover by tomorrow evening. You can see this area showers if you're around Fort Erie, Niagara possibly. If you're traveling towards Buffalo or down into Buffalo, there could be some showers on the other side of Lake Erie and Lake Ontario here, but I think much of southern Ontario should stay dry. It's more into Monday that we'll start to see some showers creep in, could impact the morning commute, and then the chance of some scattered showers or thunderstorms on Monday afternoon. But I think the better chance at this point of wet weather looks to be on Monday, and then come Tuesday, scattered showers or thunderstorms over portions of eastern Ontario, looks like. How much rain to expect over the next 48 hours or so? Well, more measurable precipitation up towards the Nickel Belt and parts of eastern Ontario, but even 5, locally 10 millimeters possible across portions of southwestern Ontario. But that will all arrive by Monday. Tonight, we are just seeing a few clouds, down to 15 in Toronto, 13 in London, 11 in Ottawa, single digits around Sudbury, and again, depending on where you are around the GTA, closer to the water with the easterly wind, it'll be a little cooler, but we'll get to 22 degrees for some spots, and that's the case around London. 26 in Ottawa, warmer through northern Ontario because there will be less cloud cover. We are going to see an increase in cloud cover throughout the day. We're watching out for those showers on Monday. Tuesday should be relatively dry. We heat up on Wednesday, only to cool back down, it looks like, as we head into next weekend with the chance of some showers. And that's a look at your forecast.